Welcome to the Trini Techcast. This is episode 153 or 54?
54.
54.
You sure?
Yeah. You sure?
You put the title.
I name it
Yeah, it's
154.
154.
You sure, Wara?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me make sure
You're
that
getting old, by old
I
age.
think, but I feel like 154 was your last episode.
You sure? This spreadsheet don't lie? No, it's 153. Last episode that was published. Online departure forms was last week, right? Okay, so it's 153. But I name it 154 in StreamYard. So I basically setting my editor up. All right, I am the problem, as always, because I'm just a problem. Whenever you're running like stuff, you'll always be the problem. Because there was how somebody to blame. You could always blame the person on top, When in doubt, blame the person on top. That's how politics does work. That's the weird intro to the podcast because we do talk about technology here. My name is Andre Charles. I am from at Make It Simple TT. Generally speaking, that's where you will know me from, but there are other places on the internet where you'll know me, like at Trini Techcast, where we discuss technology on a weekly basis. For the fun of it, because there is joy in technology, and my co-hosts are very diverse human beings. First one is a man who started off on TikTok and everybody got him to, how much he reached? 15K? He reached 20, he reached like 20K
On TikTok,
followers.
I think like 15K.
15K, yeah. 15K during the COVID times. And then he was like, nah, I done. Redbit_tech. Akeem there from somewhere in Trinidad and Tobago. Somewhere in Trinidad, not Tobago, for sure. And the second co-host, Diversity Hire, who is also a swim instructor who plays mass and always going somewhere, which we will find out just now. We will find out just now for sure. Michaela Noel, Kel_Noel, who's on Instagram but refuses to go on TikTok because she will die on that hill. She will die on that hill for sure. Welcome, Oli. This is the 22nd of March?
Yep.
22nd of March.
Last week of school.
Yeah, it would be last week of school for all students.
Children.
And for children and teachers. But I have so much SBAs and IAs and all kind of thing. That 2 weeks of vacation is not really vacation for exam teachers because exams usually start in May. So it's a lot of pushing and a lot of work to do and thing. And I'm watching your water there. You drink it like we were sponsored by them. you know the sponsor angle? Where yeah. Like, why did you... When you're watching a movie and you see somebody drink something, particularly like, why did the scene look like that when they were drinking it? Because it's sponsored. Yeah, it was planted there.
My microphone anyway.
Yeah. That's true. So, let's get ready to talk about how we did our techiness for the week because we do work in technology. I'm a teacher. Akeem is also a developer. Michaela's be sending phishing emails for fun because she's in cybersecurity. But ever so often we just do like other techie things for fun on the side. And Michaela, you going first today? Look like you did something that was
techie this week. I did techie this week. Besides just I only went by the client. And I did pen testing.
You physically went by a client?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. We occasionally physically go
inside their network and check to see what was wrong.
Yeah. And play up and see how I could bypass stuff. I didn't find anything yet. Yes. Don't worry, I'll be back.
Dog, that song's so fun, but okay.
Yeah, it
and
is.
They probably like sweating bullets, like, what was your report? Or do they even care?
No, they're scared. And they like, I have a lot of clients who like to actually be there watching because it's interesting. It's interesting to see.
Oh, okay. Could they be like, so you're a hacker?
Sometimes.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
all right, so Michaela went to an actual client and sat down and and penetrated their network in front of their eyes. How about you, Aki?
Yeah, this week I was building a new Linux web server to upgrade our existing application that we have. So yeah, doing that, and this week I'm going and probably actually upgrade the app.
There are some people who would hear you say that and think that you work for NASA. But I understand. It's updating. You remember when you used to have to update PHP and Apache and you had to build a LAMP server?
Yeah.
Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. Yeah, and I think you have to update the Linux server first, then do the PHP, then do the MySQL, then to update Apache. If you do it in the wrong order, the whole website used to break or some kind of thing like that. Yeah, that sounds like what you're doing. But
kinda.
Yeah, but it's just basically you and ChatGPT and some things in command line, press enter, and hopefully it says okay at the end.
Yeah, I mean, not heavily ChatGPT, because like when you're doing stuff with actual sensitive code, you know, I Michael, I would be happy to hear. Yeah, I don't give ChatGPT that privilege.
Okay.
Yeah, like if it's my thing, like doing some little small thing on the side here, I'll do it. But like actual,
sensitive code. What
I
a
wouldn't
thing.
do that. Yeah.
Sensitive code. I had to have a podcast client who gonna come and record, and I had to do all kind of things to change settings with lighting. It's more like photography stuff that I was doing. ISO, white balance, and getting all kind of settings on the camera. Mind you, the camera is iPhone, but still had to try to organize everything properly so that the editing process will be a lot easier. Plus, I don't know, troubleshoot a printer.
Printers.
I find printers be doing too much. I'm gonna tell you why printers be doing too much. There's put so much features on them, like them big office printers with address book and all kind of drama and real kind of all those things. And people just want to press print from their machine and get the thing to work. And all of that address book and drama and all them things, I don't think much people has used that in their office. You want to print, you want to scan, you want to copy, move on to you want to plug in a flash drive and print, move on to life. You don't need a 10-page menu on the top that you have to be navigating through. But I had to go and do a office call on the weekend and fix a printer. That was basically all I do is factory reset it and say, okay, cool, it's working now. Because somewhere along the line, somebody pressed some buttons and enabled some things that weren't supposed to be enabled. But that was that took me back to my technician days. Setting up.
Yeah. I had some technician days too.
Yeah, when you had to set the IP address on the printer and you had to put a static IP address and you had to set it up on a computer. And for some reason, a Mac, the Mac that they're working on just don't like the printer. Like it will print and then the next day they come back and the printer unavailable and you just have to re-add it on the network.
Yeah, that could be.
Mac again.
No, you probably just need to update the software.
The software.
Or something.
That's a long story, but yeah.
Updated from Mac to Windows.
Everybody in the office, Windows machines printing normal. But that particular MacBook, just not having it. But I don't know if it have an Apple printer that's supposed to work like or recommended Apple printers.
Don't give Tim Cook any ideas.
Tim is listening.
Are you sure it don't have an Apple printer?
No, I don't have an Apple printer. I guess that was not a high enough profit margin. for them.
Yeah, it would be too expensive.
Yeah. All right. Updates time. No updates. Random comments in the socials. No. Some people was laughing at the MacBook talk that we had.
Yeah.
When, people buy the MacBook and
And what we like laughing at what we were saying.
Yeah, when you buy a Ferrari and you're driving it like a Tida. Some people was joking about that and talking about the office experience and them kind of thing, but nothing else really to update besides TikTok is not a place to reply to people's comments. They're kind of weird. So let's jump into today. Today we will be talking about local delivery dilemmas. There are a lot of local companies that do deliveries, but apparently the margins are very thin. And trying to differentiate yourself, it requires software to make it more efficient, but it also requires some sort of business acumen. So we'll talk about it from the software perspective and the business management of it using technology, because delivery companies have to use technology now to make things go a lot easier. So we have an article to dig through that. Social media investment schemes, because if you want to rob people, you don't stand up on the around the corner when they're walking with their purse now. Nope, you post on social media and you get them to give you the money without you having to grab their bag. And it seems like another investment scheme coming out after the trillions dilemma, which, well, we'll talk about when we get there. And DLSS, what's that? You don't want to talk about it, Akeem?
No, go ahead.
And DLSS 5. It came out, and not one person on the internet is happy about DLSS 5, which is basically better graphics for games, but with AI now. And I don't know what we want, but we'll discuss it because we have two part-time gamers and a retired gamer on this podcast. So we'll talk about it as we go along. So let's talk about local delivery and how that affects us or how that works for us. Right now you're listening to Training TechCast, and more than likely you know that I love technology a lot. But more so, I love teaching technology. I'm a CSEC IT and CAPE Computer Science and IT teacher, and I have classes that are available. So if you know any student that's looking for quality CAPE Computer Science or CSEC IT classes, you can check us out at 308-8799 on WhatsApp or makeitsimplett.com/register. You can get classes, notes, recordings, IA, SBA help, everything that you could think of. That will get you that one in CSEC IT. So you can check us out. All right, local delivery dilemmas. Here's the article, and it tells us that Odeliver seeks expansion through same-day service. The first paragraph is Odeliver's business, which began 5 years ago, is already generating profit from its core operations, even as it pushes aggressively into faster, on-demand delivery. A balancing act its leadership insists is deliberate, not accidental. They said our core business, our hub and spoke next day delivery model, is already profitable, and that has been the foundation of our growth for the past few years. From early on, we made a conscious decision to build a model that works economically, not just one that grows volume. Now they're trying to push for a same-day delivery, which is a little trickier. So here's what they said further down. Our hub and spoke model allows us to group and move deliveries in a more structured way that improves route planning and reduces unnecessary costs. Technology underpins that efficiency from dispatch to real-time tracking. When those pieces work together, it allows us to move more deliveries with the same resources. The result is we can offer competitive pricing while still maintaining healthy margins. And they are trying to get the same-day delivery in a gear, which has some issues, because the same-day delivery is going to try to do this, right? The shift to instant delivery marks a significant operational change for the company, moving from scheduled logistics to real-time fulfillment. Previously, our model was built around scheduled next-day deliveries. With instant deliveries, we'll move to a real-time model. Generally speaking, if we were to break it down, the current way that everybody does it is you take your package, you give it to somebody for pickup. The person from pickup takes it, carries it to the warehouse categorizes it by location of where it's supposed to go, and then a driver comes the next day, picks up that set, and then carries it. So you'll get next day delivery. And of course, there's 2-day and 3-day delivery. same-day delivery now is based on technology. You'll be able to print your own sticker, everything for the location that it's going to, and a driver will come and collect it from you and deliver it to the next person immediately on the same day. Of course, that'll cost more money, but that also uses technology to give the seller the chance to print the shipping label in such a way that it's very clear to the driver of where it's going. Because right now, if you print the shipping label and your shipping label is not correct, when it goes to the warehouse will be able to fix whatever issues and give it to the correct driver. But now, there has to be some sort of zoning and shipping label versus shipping label, zoning, collection, and drop it within that same zone, which requires quite a bit of technology and understanding logistics. And the only way that you could help that is technology, because no one person could sit down and be like, okay, this package is from Port of Spain and it's actually going in Port of Spain, so send the Port of Spain driver to collect it there and drop it one time, that kind of thing. Technology will be able to do that a lot easier once they collect the right information. And, well, personally, I use Odeliver, Akeem uses Odeliver, and they recently updated their website with a lot of different features and a lot of cool things and a lot more data collection to be able to handle this sort of things. And I think another one, CSF Couriers, I use them too, and they have a good online system too with notifications and those sort of things. But from a technology perspective, you think technology could be worthwhile in our small economy? Can technology make the margins better in the 1.2 million that we have? Because I don't know how much money you could actually make, where the ceiling will be in terms of local deliveries for us. So yeah, Akeem will be the first man here because he's do this on a daily basis, I think.
Yeah. If technology would make a difference, it will help the process along, but you'll only make money if the demand is there. Once the demand and the appetite for delivery is there, I mean, that is the more important thing. You know, if people actually want deliveries, then the technology will help you scale and be able to make things more efficient and stuff like that. So, kind of going back to the hub and spoke, well, the traditional delivery versus the instant delivery. The demand for the traditional delivery is there, and from my experience as well, you know, people has asked for deliveries, so the demand is there. And I mean, that is the bread and butter. That is what profitable for them. And as I use CSF as well, that's what profitable for them as well. So, and the technology just help facilitate that. It not, if I would say it not as in terms of the tracking aspect of it not CSF a bit better in terms of the technology there, like they send notifications and stuff. And in terms of the real-time tracking, like if you compare it to like Amazon, I mean, if that's what they're aspiring to, like if you compare it to Amazon, when something is actually out for delivery, you could actually see which part it is on, like pull up the map and see which part it is, you know? So I guess, I'm not sure if that's something they would want to implement, but in terms of showing people actual real-time tracking, as I say, that's one next step they could take. But other than that, on the next side, the instant delivery side now, like, so that part of it, like, I think how it's working, once you make your order before 10 o'clock in the morning, they'll be able to, and it within a certain distance from the pickup location, they'll be able to deliver it within the same day. But again, is the demand and the customer on the next side willingness to pay for that delivery, because it's gonna cost more than the traditional thing, you know? So it's like, are you willing to pay $20, $25, $30 extra to get something the same day versus you get the next day?
Well, that where we are again,
I see
because
Makala
is a consumer.
No.
So from a
Listen,
consumer's perspective, yeah.
I don't even like paying $20 to $30 for delivery, much less $60 for same day delivery. I will hop in my car and drive there.
Yeah.
I will arrive. You don't even worry about it. I will pay and I will come and pick it up myself. $60. $60 for delivery? No way. I don't even like paying $5 for delivery, much less
Like,
$6.
yeah, but do you all remember when Amazon Prime was a thing that people had to decide if they want to like pay for Prime or not? And I think it still have people right now who not paying for Prime.
I don't pay for Prime.
I don't pay for Prime.
As long as you spend over like $30 or something, you get free shipping. So it's like, I go wait 3 days and get for free.
But remember at that time that you went away and you order something and you get it in the afternoon, you didn't feel special?
I was there for 3 weeks, so it was like...
Yeah, but if we get to the point, okay.
Yeah.
Because if we use Amazon as a kind of a slight measurement rod, right? If you could get a product that somebody wants really, really bad to them in the same day, there are people who, not like Michaela, that will say, yeah, I'm paying for that because I want it really, really bad. Because that's me sometimes when I order something from Amazon. I will be in a, like, not everything I order, I have to plan. Sometimes it could be a part for something, and I'll just be like, no, again, this part way cheaper. I just go down and wait these 7 days or whatever, however long the time it is to get it because of the cost benefit of it. If we get to that point where, let me say, our hardware offering these deliveries, and let me say, my water filter giving trouble right now, and I need to get that fixed. I had to drive to our hardware tomorrow, but I don't want to drive to the hardware tomorrow. I want them to just deliver it to me. If we get the delivery companies to start to work with these kind of bigger places, and it could get same day delivery, there may be a use case for it. As it stands right now, our orders are generally consumer-related products. But when it comes to like...
I wouldn't say that. Like, for me, I don't just deliver or cater for customers. I deal with like businesses order from me as well. Right. You know, so...
Yeah, and if the business wanted same day, then
if they wanted same day, there's comfort. They will comfort. Like I would say, you get tomorrow, get the other day, or you could comfort. Right. And
but if you tell them they could get same day, all they have to do is pay $60.
Some of them, like I saw that scenario where I'll tell people, for delivery, I don't really buy the packages. I just do pay as you go. So based on what location you're from. So if you're from Gandhi, you pay $45. If you're from CJS, you might pay $55. Yeah. Right? So at that times I tell people, if you want the delivery, you have to pay $45 and you'll get through, and they'll be like, nah, I come in instead.
So is Trinidad too small for us to have this kind of same day delivery and it become useful?
You come back to the cost, because I feel
McKellar says she's not paying $5.
Yeah, it are people that would rather sometimes, like if the cost low, like a lot of times the lowest cost is like $35. Once you tell them $35 for delivery, they'll be like, all right, that's small thing, I will pay for it. When they start to go $45, $60, they'll be like, you know what, I come in down on that side next week or the week after, or that's, you know.
Right. Well, okay. Well, then that you kind of confirming what I think, because I think like that too, a little bit, where I'll be driving down on that side, I'll be passing, or have a cousin that passing over there, or have an uncle that has live on that side. They'll just come and collect it. I think we are a little too small geographically to have that cost benefit analysis. We'll do that cost benefit analysis in our head really quickly to be like, nah, that's $60. That is too much money. My cousin could get that for me and bring it up because he had a check me this weekend, and he'll just pass and collect it for me. But like in places like in the States or whatnot, where it's like a 3-hour drive, a 4-hour drive for you to go to a warehouse to collect it. Whereas it have a truck coming anyhow to deliver to all the different places. That truck will come and deliver it. Then you might have a better chance of saying logistically, pay a smaller amount of money and you'll get it. Unless they get a fleet of electric vehicles.
Yeah, and it come back down to the cost as well. Cause like say if you're using Amazon, the same example, once the cost over a certain amount, the delivery does be free. Or it has stuff like Amazon Prime or whatever. More or less you could get free delivery based on certain conditions. I not offering no free delivery to nobody. That mean I absorb any cost. Somebody had to pay for it.
Well, when people order by us, we just give them one cost with the delivery wrapped inside with a markup, right? So generally speaking,
same thing.
We're giving free delivery, but it's actually just either just over delivery cost or markup. But I was gonna say something before that. Oh, Amazon operated at a loss for the first 20 years, you know.
Yeah, and I think their margins in terms of Amazon Prime, I don't think the margin's too high either, you know.
Yeah, the Prime is actually all the value-added services that they try to give you to keep you coming back. So they have a razor-thin margin but large volume. So the margin is probably $5 spread out over 5 million people. Or 5 billion people, or whatever it is. For us in Trinidad, the margin gonna be $5 spread out over 100,000 people, 200,000 people that using delivery services.
I could give you my own experience. Like this launch about 2 weeks now, and we do. I mean, right now a little bit slow, so we do like 3 or 5 deliveries a week, and so far the need or the urge to do instant delivery was, and I looking at the cost was like, I tell people, you get it tomorrow, you get it the day after. Because 9 out of 10 times people will be like, I'm not paying that. You know, some people just be like, you can't just meet me by Grand Bazaar, or you can't just meet me by C3 and drop it for me.
Because Trinidad have a kind of familiarity with it.
Does meet me by the roundabout now, and
think everybody's your friend.
Yeah. So I think it comes down to the cost. If the cost, I'm not sure the costs are actually long term. I'm not sure if the costs are actually be profitable as the traditional one that they have.
Michaela, how far you ever went to pick up something that they could have delivered, but you say, nah, why I driving to get?
Oof, me personally, St. Augustine. But
St. Augustine from Port of Spain?
Yeah. I'm not going further than that, but like my boyfriend, I think the furthest he's gone is like south. Yeah, but I'm not.
You put south in air quotes, say like and Akim.
Yeah.
Akim get triggered like which part in South? San Fernando?
Man, no, somewhere in south. Somewhere south. But otherwise, I would begrudgingly pay the delivery fee. But if it's still in like the northwest, maybe east, I'll go for it myself if I have the ability to. But I see what your size and that central, south, and a little too far east, I'm good. I'll pay the delivery fee, unfortunately.
I hear you. I understand. And I agree with you. It's just as I get more and more busy in life, me ain't going nowhere to meet nobody. Deliver to me. Whatever, how much it costs, I'll just determine if it's important enough for me to pay that money. If not, I'll take it tomorrow. I'll take it the day after. Because delivery is something that I cherish. I just wish that the people who was doing the grocery delivery, that they had still stay in business. But I don't think enough people was interested in it. Like you said,
you could use. I think some groceries do use Odeliver and the courier services, but again, you had to order non-perishable stuff.
Yeah, and the grocery they have a lot of management to do with it. I just don't think it have a market fit. That would be it. Come down to a market, and the market is basically who's willing to pay for it. So
Yeah, I don't think I've ever even looked into that because I just assume the price is going to be ridiculous. I ain't bother.
Yeah, it tough because our market is a very competitive market when it comes to things, and technology is the only way that you could differentiate yourself, and you could put in as much technology as possible. But if you do our market, you do our market, and that's how it is go. But you know what? There's a market for people who want money fast. Yep. Let's talk about the people who want money fast, because Trillions has been, I don't know, rebranded. I don't know. Well, you probably made it this far in the podcast. That means you probably like technology a lot and like to at least hear us talk about technology. And that also means you may know somebody or somebody who knows somebody or somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who wants a website built or an app built or some sort of technology integrated in their business. If you want to help them out, you could send them to Make It Simple TT, send them to us. And we have business services that range from building websites to building apps to invoicing systems to ensuring that technology is used in your company, to installation of routers, buying things online. So you could check us out, 308-8799. You could check our services out, or you could go to makeitsimplett.com and see some of the things that we've done and maybe give a recommendation to our website built or something like that. Do you know this guy?
Yep.
No clue who this man is.
I don't know, but the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission has flagged a social media investment promotion linked to an individual resembling someone previously associated with the Trillions investment scheme, which was subject to prior advisory. The TTSEC said neither the Forever Well project nor Trillion systems are registered with the Commission, and as a result are not authorized to conduct any regulated activities under the Securities Act, including offering investment opportunities to the public. TTSEC is aware of a certain recent investment promotional activity circulating on social media platforms relating to an investment project called Forever Well Project, including TikTok at Forever Well Project and Telegram at Forever Well Project. And they basically tied back to one of the people who was in the Trillions thing.
I mean, I'm now looking at it here on TikTok. Well, the account private now, but yeah. Is
Okay. Let me kind of dial it back to where what we found out the last time is that no matter what happens, there will be people on these social media platforms who will be attracted to these things, right? But what is the strategy that these people use to catch people? Is it that, because in my limited, very, very, very limited knowledge of it, because I never follow any of them, I don't even see them. The few times I do go on social media, I never see one. Is it that they just hold one set of stacks of 100 and count it in front of you, and then you just be like, how do I get that?
It's a whole strategy and performance. They won't count it. They'll have like a stack of hundreds here, then they'll talk to you about join the program, you get 10%. I am on the weekly and a compound. Then they'll show a spreadsheet, week 1, week 50.
A spreadsheet?
See, week 1, 500, week 50, 5 million. Cause every time you get your payout, 10%, you reinvest it.
Yeah.
You put the money back in, and by the time week 50, you'll have 5 million. And people, it are a lot of, I don't know what to say, a lot of people, I don't know what to say, what type of people, but a lot of people would see that spreadsheet, see the person talking, see the money, and they would
be enticed.
They would be enticed. It are some people that know it's a scheme, and they know that, it's a chance they're going to lose your money, but if you get in early enough, you'll actually make something, you'll actually get your 10%, 20%. So it had that group of people. Then it had a next group of people who just actually get caught and caught in it because they probably genuinely believe, okay, I could actually make this type of money. And they will go and take out loan, borrow money from people. And our next part of the scheme will be like, You know, you're putting your money in the banks they gain you no money back, you know, returns or whatever, bring your money here and you get a little
There's that kind of rage
10%,
against the
20%.
system, like
Yeah,
system
so it's a
kind of vibe.
whole strategy and performance and
Yeah, but
yeah,
like, okay, why I never meet another human being that did it? Is it that the people that I talk to are not susceptible to this? Michaela, you ever meet anybody like who get even enticed about this or ask a question about it? Let me tell you, when people start asking questions, it's that time when I had the flower, the DSS flower, not DSS, the flower thing, right? I met a lot of people who asked me questions about it and was like, how this flower thing does work. Explain the maths to me. And I was like, well, the maths is a failing pyramid. It's not going to last because at some point in time it will dry up and the people at the bottom will get shafted the most. And I explained that to them. But with this trillions thing, the only time I ever heard about it was from you, Hakeem, because you pointed it out to me that it was on social media, and you and Shivam had a long conversation about it. But I don't roll in any circles that anybody else see this. Michaela, you have any friends?
I didn't even hear about it. Like, I didn't hear about the flowers one until it bust. Like, these things don't even remotely fly on my radar. The only time something flew on my radar like that is I went to some conference, and one of the booths, they had a lady that was talking to me basically about the same thing, and she was trying to like get me to sign up, and in my head I'm like, how did you even get in this building? Who let you and this company in the building? What? Ma'am, this maths does not make any sort of sense. Okay. Thanks though. I was so confused as to how did this company get enough money to register to have a booth in this event? Who vetted them? Nobody vet these people. You're just letting any and everybody in? Okay. All right.
How much followers the account have, Akeem, when you check?
This new one had like 3,000, but in the height of their stuff, it was in the tens of thousands. I can't remember how much exactly. But yeah.
And this is the same reason, or Trillions was the same reason they put a ban on crypto.
Well, part of it, it had other schemes as well. That was allegedly scamming people out of them. It had one called Get XL. Similar thing. You put money
was talking
in
about it.
Yeah.
So it have no way that we could report. No. Okay, from a technical perspective, the social media company has no responsibility for this, right? Because they could allow anybody to create an account. But you can report accounts and say that they're like fraudulent, or they do this, or they do all of those sort of things. And why don't we just report these accounts and just...
Because you have to look at how much people are going to be reporting versus how much people who actually want to invest and work with it. So which number larger? I was even looking at the newer stuff, and in the comments, people asking, how do I sign up? I need more information. Where's your number? You ain't answering your phone. So it's a lot of people, despite everything that happened over the past 3-4 years, that's still interested in it.
Because they oblivious to it. They never heard of it.
No. It has some people still asking. So when I get back my return from last year or year before, if I join now, I will get my return. I was like, you ready? I don't know.
I'm concerned. I'm very concerned. Because I don't
chop us up to greed.
I don't consider myself to be...
It's desperation to echo. A lot of people lost.
Unemployed and lost their jobs. And
not that they lost a lot of money in this. Like people, like when you're stuck.
So you lost a lot of money where you go back to another one?
I don't know. That people lose 500,000, 100,000.
Yeah, but I don't consider myself to be like extremely super duper intelligent and better than anybody else when it comes to making decisions about things on social media, right? But I just think like if it looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, somebody
And-
showed you that it was a duck. They do a DNA test on the duck, and they prove that it's a duck. If another duck come out, you should be like, oh, that's a duck.
And it's
Like-
not just
like
social media too, it's like word of mouth. Like somebody would do, like what does do too
Yeah.
in the beginning, people that sign up, they will get you they'll put 2,000, get back 10,000.
So like they'll have like evangelists for it.
Yeah, so
Yep.
then people will be like, hey, go and talk to the family, the friends, be like, hey, put in a 2,000, I get 10,000 back. You put back, and then after the 9 out of 10 times, they'll take that same 10,000 and put it back in, and they might get a return, and then after that 2 times, they'll be like, right, let me go and borrow some money, take a loan, and come back with 50, 60,000 and lose it.
All right, let me take this back to Organo Gold. You remember Organo Gold? The coffee?
Yeah.
McKellar,
I heard about coffee, but what about
kinda
it?
like you remember you know Herbalife,
Amway.
the whole Herbalife Amway kinda
McKellar, she would not be around them times. Organo Gold is the closest thing that McKellar might be able to remember. That would have been like 2015, 16. And they used to invite you to these conferences. They would book out a whole hall in UE or some kind of thing like that. And they'd have somebody talking about how they invested and how they started and how they're working under this person, and this person is a diamond and that one is a gold and whatnot. And you basically have to get 2 people. When you get 2 people to sell, you would now become a distributor to them and you will make a profit. And then now they have to get 2 other people to distribute to, and then distribute. And it was like one of the largest ever pyramid schemes in the whole world. They had websites, they had different countries, they had
I think I've heard about that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then one day, Organo Gold just vanish. Scrub from the internet. You can't even find it on the Wayback Machine. I don't know, all of the websites, every single thing gone, because they encourage people to create their own websites. They was giving you like a template, all kind of things. And I know a lot of people who were selling the Organo Gold, and it was coffee. People love coffee. And it was making it. But there was a definite pyramid involved. But no country could stop them because people was actually making money.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
it was a big
I
deal.
remember, like I now start working fresh out of university, and random people used to just come up to you, and I mean they're looking presentable.
Yes.
Like
It
just
was
in
a-
the street, random people will come up to you and ask you about coffee. I was like,
How you
what?
feel about coffee and that kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And you used to have people used to have meetings at their house. I get invited to real meetings. They have a projector and they have a slide deck that they provide you with and all kind of things. So it was real, very, very organized and structured, and it was profitable for a lot of people.
It's more recent. I don't know if you heard about this one, Makala, the iMarkets live thing. You know about that one.
No.
This fella now get a lawsuit, Marcos. That's the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
who was on social media. That was
Well, you know Marcos.
Nope.
no, okay, nah, you wouldn't know Marcos. He used to be on social media and he used to be asking people a question if I could give you $100 or double it and give it to somebody else. And he used to act like he was a vagrant in front of the mall. And and if somebody actually gave him the dollar, he would give them $1,000 because they were nice and that kind of thing. Right. So it was like kind of like a social experimenting. And then it turns out he was one of them kind of investment people who was getting you to invest in some sort of product or some kind of thing like that.
He used to sell courses.
Yeah. Well,
And
courses, and it had this kind of spray thing too, where it spray it in your mouth and you get all the vitamins I need for you or some kind of drama like that, right? But he ended up defaulting in court for $500,000 because he gets sued, of course, and that kind of thing. So
we had that.
the problem, the thing about it, the reason why we have to talk about it is because social media is the vehicle for these things now.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get enough following and people follow up, you send them to a Telegram group, and then when you send them to the Telegram group, you know you win. Because once you get them inside the Telegram group, you're able to send messages to them that they, because social media, they will see it pop up on their feed, but the algorithm controls that. But once you get them in a Telegram group, that's direct messaging.
Mm-hmm.
And once you see that Telegram come up, run. fast. like I have Telegram installed on my phone for educational purposes only, and I just feel so dirty whenever.
I was thinking, it'd be interesting. That's to join the group to see what.
That was Shivam. That was Shivam. Let's do for fun.
Shivam does that, but I don't have time to. Long time I'd probably do that, but no.
Shivam does do that for fun. I'll probably ask him, but these schemes, social media. Social media is so good. It's so useful, but boy, like when it bad, boy.
Yeah.
It could damage a good few lives because of lack of knowledge. But it all depends on what you see and like how you see it. And same thing with DLSS 5. How you perceive graphics should be is how we're gonna segue into this next part. All you gamers out there, this is for you. You remember when it had memes with DLSS on and DLSS off? And they put in ray tracing. Remember ray tracing?
Yeah.
Ray tracing was one of the first cool things where you had lights and reflections and those sort of things. Because before they had tested on, I think Cyberpunk was one of the first games that did ray tracing in a very cool way. So gamers are disgusted with the generative AI glow-ups. I'll read the article.
Scroll back up, let me just see the comparison. Yeah. Okay.
We have a video to watch. To watch. But let me just intro. Right, since deep learning super sampling DLSS launched in 2018, gamers have been generally bullish on the technology as a way to effectively use machine learning upscaling techniques to increase resolutions or juice frame rates in games. With yesterday's teaser of the upcoming DLSS 5, though, NVIDIA has crossed the line from mere upscaling to complete lighting and texture overhauls influenced by generative AI. The result is a bland, uncanny gloss that has received an instant to overwhelmingly negative reaction from large swaths of gamers and the industry at large. So let's watch a video with DLSS on versus DLSS off. Wow, my. It's called the AI Shine. It's called, for those of you all listening, you have to watch it. You have to watch it. The link will be in the description. Watching football. This is what we wanted. This is what we wanted. Yes.
The football one.
Okay. Me, a non-gamer right now, I dreamt of this when I was playing FIFA 99 on a computer, on a PC, and everybody was looking like triangles.
Polygons.
Yeah, everybody was looking like polygons and triangles. I dreamt about it. I wanted it to work badly. And now I'm seeing it, and yes, there is the ChatGPT shine, as call it, right? You know when I fly down at AI because it just have this shine and gloss, and I don't know how they could fix it or when they're going to fix it or how it's going to fix. But it had some that wasn't that bad. Like the Hogwarts one was bad.
Yeah.
Like the shine there. The Resident Evil one was bad. But I ain't vexed with the football one.
I'm not vexed with the football one either, because it's based on real people.
Yeah,
so okay, the football one, alright, fine.
Uh-huh.
But everybody else just looks yassified. Like it's like what went on there? What went on there? Like you know what the term yassified means? Yassified.
It's like yes.
Like it are some games that have a certain art style that You know, you would lose it when you turn that
Okay.
one.
This
Google
one, right,
yassified.
this is
when you're
on
done.
off, and then this is on. They put a lot of wrinkles on it, but you could see the kind of shine by the nose there and the forehead, the eyebrow. So wherever it have bright spots, it very unrealistic because it basically manufacturing lighting. Because of course AI not good at manufacturing lighting. This one here, watch this one, right? So the graphics in this game, I wouldn't consider it to be good, right? But when you put the DLSS on here, all that shine, you see like a light just automatically come from the left-hand side. That was not there. Because if you look at the original one here, it have like this light here is a lot more natural. It's not as harsh. But then when you reach to this, boom, bright lights reaching all over by the color on the other side. And that is what AI does do to images. It's try to introduce some sort of spotlight on it.
It changes the look and the feel of the character too.
So watch this. This one is this one was bad too. Yeah. So the whole face just get bright, and lights get added. But what I want to pay attention to is the background. How the background changed to. The background got a lot more detail. Which is the background having more details, the plants and all them thing. That's cool. It's just the face is really bad. But let you just use the football one. Alright, so this is the football with the DLSS. This is it off. The shirts have no wrinkles. The face kind of flat. It's on light and thing. And then Virgil van Dijk looking a little better. I would say he looks more Virgilish, but it almost looks like a generic face too, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So me, I think it'll get better. But what I read or what I heard from, what's his name? Jensen Chang is his name, right? The NVIDIA CEO. Jensen is his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said that this is not it's not a one size fits all. This gives the developers the chance to put it in and they could tweak it to how they want it. So these samples that we're seeing are just like a generic thing, but you have to prompt it hard and you could tailor it to your game engine and your settings and make it how you want. So you could turn it up all the way, or you could turn it down, or you could tweak it, or you could change the lighting. So I think in the end, it'll be up to the game developers to implement it in a way that is realistic based on how they feel their game should be. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I just think that people vex with AI. People stand to get vexed with AI.
I think it's a combination of the two. So the examples they showed, yes, the developers could tweak it to how they wanted, but the examples they showed, like some of them look good, and then some of them look completely different from the character that they were originally supposed to represent. So, like, it literally is just a yassified version. So let me tell you, you know what yassified means?
Go ahead, educate us.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'll Google exact definition. So yassified refers to the extreme humorous editing of a photo, often using apps like FaceApp to make a person or subject look intensely glamorous, high fashion, or improved with heavy makeup and filters. So it literally looks like one of I think it was the lady in the red shirt with the short hair.
Let's see if I can find it. Right. This one?
Yeah.
So she... Right. What happened to her hair that year?
No, like her whole... Like, it looks like... So, what was it before?
Right, let me show you the before. This is the before.
Yeah, like, she magically got a face full of makeup. How? Just so?
Yes, you're correct.
Face full of makeup and like 3 shades lighter. How? This is a white lady now.
The lips
That was not a white lady.
Like it's a lip gloss
This is now a white lady. Yeah.
But okay, what's your clothes? The clothes was real dark and the clothes get a lot lighter. Yeah. It's like shining a spotlight. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe if they give us an example of the in-between, maybe, but no.
All right. I get you. I want to wait till see what the developers do with it, because DLSS was used for the most part on games that have a lot of outdoor lighting to create, like Tomb Raider and them kind of thing, to create the reflections of the water and all them kind of thing to make it more realistic. But some gaming companies are just like, nah, we're not going to try to do it because essentially our game is dark. So because it's so dark, and we're not really going to try to make DLSS work for us because it's actually made for light. So if they do this and they make it work for certain games, I think the developers have a chance. It's kind of like when a new console coming out. The first few games on that console, the graphics don't actually maximize the power of the console properly until like about 2 or 3 years after the console has come out and they start to realize the capabilities. I think this will be the same thing for DLSS 5. But the generative AI part of it, it's a little scary because it's going to change what your intent was, which is what I think the major issue is. The intent of the developers and the artists who created the game will now get changed. And that's actually my problem with AI. Like, my intent is being changed by you because you think that you could make my idea better instead of just take my idea and implement it, which is where I usually have my hiccups.
He'll be joining us eventually.
Yeah,
I'm back. Am I? Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, the intent will make a big difference. If I intend for the character to look a particular way and the generative AI thinks that it could do a better job than me, I will get vexed. Because I draw the horse one way in Red Dead Redemption to make the horse look that way, but you try to make it look like My Little Pony because that is where your data set is built on. Yeah. Akimi, he ain't say much.
Yes, because right now, my gaming PC down since December, so I gaming, I haven't been able to do nothing in a few months, so this whole topic, I'm feeling sad. Not sad, nostalgic.
Sad, he said. Okay, you ain't get to play any game?
Yeah, and I have a whole Steam library.
No worry. Yeah, and Steam have a sale right now. Right off.
Wow, that's triggering it more. Yes. Throw more.
That's okay. My favorite thing to do is to buy games and just not play it. I don't have time to play.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, that's where we at. That was the international stuff. That was the big backlash.
Like you see games like, well, I know this one affect like the Switch, but say imagine Mario Zelda and you put DS5 on it. You know, so
all
games like that.
All of a sudden Mario have cuts.
Yeah, games that are like iconic characters that supposed to be a certain way, and then it changed it. So yeah,
it would be like Mario jumps a lot, so you should have quads. And all of a sudden Mario have quads.
Yeah, see Princess Peach with makeup and lashes and things.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Do you think it also ties into the stage that we're at with respect to generative AI, where we still don't have a hold of it doing exactly what we want yet? It's still trying to sort of lean towards hallucinations or giving us things that we need instead of giving us what we want. I think that's the stage that we're at with it.
Yeah. And game development and games and always a tricky thing to put AI into, because one, you can't do it with the story because you needed to go a certain direction. If it does let AI go loose with a story, and then two with the characters, like people will grow accustomed to a certain character looking a certain way. So imagine five people play a game and five people get a different experience or a different character based on what the AI think it should look like, you know? So you're going to lose your consistency.
That'd be funny.
You think it might change every time you play? Or you think that they might hard code it and then when it makes a change, it says yes. The developers will say yes, leave this one in and render it that way every single time.
Well, I guess for the games are optimized for it, you know, it would be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it'll be interesting to monitor. My son is 14, so I have 4 more years. My daughter is 13, I have 5 more years before they like legally could be like, all right, daddy, you can start back playing games now. Because I would have parented as best as I could to get them to that stage.
You think at that point you would still be interested in playing games? Like,
I think I have it embedded in my system to parent properly until I reach to the point where I have a little freedom, and I do want to dabble in games a little bit again because that competitive nature is still inside of me. Unless there is something that gives me a drive to win and do something. It could be other stuff. I could be more active in scouts, or I could start to try another business or some kind of thing like that. But the way I wired is always to find some other challenge way. And
you know, I just think about something like, you know, older people now, say retired 60s, 70s, you know, they don't do much. Well, they wouldn't be gaming, but like people from our generation, when we get to that age, I wonder if, you know, when you have your free time, some people might do gardening, some people might do other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I believe that. Yeah, I believe that people that come up from the
time to play games.
You see, like millennial, once you come up from like 1984, 85, 86 up there from Nintendo up, there's a element of gaming that is inside your system that there. And when you reach your retirement, you just try to dial back the things that you go and coach football or you go and do some kind of thing like that. Gaming, I think, will definitely be one of the things that that'll be our market for people. So I'm sure most of them gaming companies know that in 2040 or 2050 or somewhere around there, you're going to have a market for people who looking to play a little game to build back up their nostalgia. And they might, I don't know, bring back out a rebranded Nintendo, the OG Nintendo with AI or some kind of thing. And I'm sure that would be a marketing thing.
You know, too, it might help people cognitively too, because gaming just kind of keep it sharp.
Medical gaming thing. It always have money to make, there, boy. Always have money to make. Somebody thinking about it. Maybe I should think of, nope. I'll be a teacher. I'll be on YouTube teaching. All right, recap time. Today, local delivery dilemmas. That's Odeliver launcher instant delivery thing. So that's nice. That's good to know. Local delivery, however, we have landed on the fact that it comes down to cost. If the cost is right, then there'll be a market fit. If there's no cost, then there will be no market fit. Agreed?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Second one is social investment schemes, which Michaela has sworn none of ever in life. And I only know about it because of Shiva and Hakim. But people has follow it and people has believe in it. And we can't figure out why. But there will always be a market for an investment scheme. That for sure. There will always be one. And last, DLSS 5 backlash. The graphics look very, what's it with Michaela?
Yassified. Yeah.
Yassified. Yeah, it's very yassified. So, yes. Well done. That's where we at. Nice. Well, that's it for today, y'all. Thank you very much for listening to the Trinity TechCast. My name is Andre Charles from at Make It Simple TT and at Trinity TechCast on the internet. And Akeem will let you know where he does exist ever so often.
Yeah, redbit_tech, and you can find me on LinkedIn, Akeem there.
And Michaela will let you know where to find her now.
Instagram at Keller_Noel and on LinkedIn. I am not on TikTok. Yeah, maybe one day.
It's real hard to have to say I'm not on TikTok every single time. Like,
I don't find it very hard to say it. Real easy. I'm not there.
Just be like, yeah. And we understand why. We understand why. Alright, that's it for today. We'll see you all next week because that's it for today. Bye.